question. It'll no doubt be an ace reliever. 63 degrees on a very, very nice fall afternoon at the Coliseum. So the A's now taking the field behind Brad Kilby. Kurt Suzuki in the lineup to wrap up this 2009 season. That doesn't surprise us at all. So Kurt, probably the A's MVP when the season is all said and done.
Kurt's got to be swinging early and often, looking for 2 ribbies today. He'd like to hit the 90 mark. Rajay Davis is at 306 starting to play today, so he's going to finish at 300, which is great for that young man. And Brad Kilby is going to start out of the stretch. Always like to see a reliever start a game and see him pitching in the stretch position.
Angels lineup, it's brought to you by McDonald's, Figgins, Abreu, Hunter, Rivera, Morales, Kendrick, Matthews, Napoli, and Ivar. Defensively for the Athletics, Patterson, Davis, and Carson in the outfield. Crosby, Pennington, Ellis, Barton on the infield. Kurt Suzuki is the catcher. Brad Kilby is the pitcher.
Now Kilby making his first professional start. Not just the big leagues, but his professional start. He's been out of the bullpen. His 11th appearance, so of course the first start for him. He has a win. And for Brad Kilby, he'll probably go about 2 innings. And I think the most interesting thing, the bullpen, there are a whole bunch of relievers down there. And normally, after the first couple of innings, several will go into the clubhouse, do their routine, stretch, do whatever, knowing they're going to be towards the back end of the bullpen. But we don't know what's going to happen today. And Bob Guerin and Kurt Young were working on the kind of the rotation out of the bullpen. Ron Romanek, the bullpen coach, was in there as well. So we will see the progression of relievers as they start to come in. And there could be 1 or 2 that go multiple innings, but basically it is a bullpen day. And there is Casey Chavez, Landon Powell. I don't know if Landon's in the dugout, but
they'll be busy today.
They will be busy. Eric Munson warming up pitchers.
First pitch from Brad Kilby is in for strike to Sean Figgins. Figgins, Abreu, and Torrey Hunter. First 3 hitters in the Angels lineup. Well, how about this, Ray? Sean Figgins comes into the game with a batting average of 298.
Yeah.
So he may go 2 for 2, and if he does go 2 for 2,
see you later. Well, that's kind of what Mike Scioscia has done in the first 2 games of the series anyway. Their starters have gone maybe a couple of bats, almost like spring training. A couple of bats, 5 or 6 innings, and then kind of rest. Torrey Hunter had the day off yesterday. He's back in center today for Mike Scioscia.
1-2 to Figgins. Jam shot hit slowly to second. Ellis has it, flips to first, and that's 1 out.
You know, really, you think about it, it messes up the hitters who are facing nothing but relievers. They can go over scouting reports and video of all kinds of starters and the different appearances they've made and how well they've done against right-handers, left-handers, against themselves. But I don't know they do so much for the relievers.
No.
They've got all this stuff, but scouting reports. But Sean Figgins just got a fastball in his kitchen.
Bobby Abreu steps in. He's the designated hitter today. 295 with 15 homers and 102 RBIs. So today we're going to look back at some of the highlights from this 2009 season. Also going to be joined by Trevor Cahill, who's going to come up to the booth. So we'll chat with one of the bright young stars for the A's, Trevor Cahill. Do that in a couple innings. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss by Abreu, and that's the second out.
Couple of fastballs, not wasting any time, going to the slider. Kurt Suzuki was talking to Brad Kilby about just this thing. Get ahead with a fastball, let's go to the breaking ball, don't waste any pitches, let's go. So that's pretty good philosophy.
So here's Torrey Hunter. Hunter, another guy with a 298 batting average.
You know, for a while, several had 300 and better, much better. The lineup today features every player with at least 50 runs batted in, 1 through 9. So going into postseason, you hope for everybody to contribute. Well, they've contributed all season. Mike Scioscia has several players to choose from, starters as well as the position players. I think we'll know pretty much the set lineup that he will use starting Thursday against the Red Sox.
Yeah, they will be battling the Red Sox in the division series for the 3rd straight year. Angels are 96 and 85 on the season. They are 47 and 33 on the road. One of the better road records in all of baseball. They will win the season series against the A's this year. Angels are 11 and 7 versus the Athletics.
And the A's have only defeated the Angels 1 time in the series in Oakland. 3 series, and the A's just 1 victory, and they'd like to make it 2 today.
Full count to Hunter with Juan Rivera in the on-deck circle. Up and away, and he walked it.
Batting in the 4th position. Left
So here's Rivera.
Number 20, Juan Rivera.
We'll also look ahead to the baseball postseason. Who's playing who? And is the season over for everybody today? Doesn't look like it, does it?
The Tigers know they at least have a playoff game on Tuesday.
Yep.
Or they go to New York on Wednesday, I would think.
Tigers win 5-3 over the White Sox at home. The Twins are leading the Royals 8-4 in the 6th inning in Minnesota. So if the Twins hang on, those 2 teams will play again. The Twins and the Tigers. So whoever wins that will play the Yankees. So the Yankees are going to sit back, wait and see whether it's the Tigers or the Twins. Either way, the Yankees are like, bring them on.
Yeah.
See, they have not lost to the Twins this year. Angels won the season series 5-4 over the Red Sox. So that's the American League with still 1 team to be determined.
Everybody's assuming the Yankees would take the extra off day by starting Wednesday. They don't have to decide until 1 hour after the final postseason roster has been, or at least the team has been set, and they could wait till 5 o'clock on Tuesday,
right?
And they could change everything.
Wow. That one's driven left center, and right at the wall is Rajai Davis. He makes the catch. Side retired. Bottom of the 1st coming up. No score. McDonald's. Rajay Davis will lead it off, followed by Mark Ellis, Kurt Suzuki, Nomar Garciaparra in the lineup today. He will be the DH. Bobby Crosby's at third, Derek Barton at first, Matt Carson in right, Eric Patterson in left, and Clint Pennington is the shortstop. Rivera, Hunter, Matthews in the outfield for the Angels. Figgins, Ibar, Kendrick, Morales. The infield, Mike Napoli catches the lefty, Joe Saunders.
31st start, a little bit different what the A's are doing today. The bullpen by committee. For Joe Saunders, he is tuning up for the postseason. 6-0 his last 7 starts, one of those including a win against the A's last Sunday, his last start. That would be in Anaheim, a game in which he pitched 6 strong innings. Came out after giving up a couple of runs in the 7th, but his bullpen bailed him out, and the Angels won 7-4.
5th time Saunders has faced the A's this year. He's 3-1 with a 3.20 ERA.
John Lackey was on the disabled list. Joe Saunders was the opening day starter in Anaheim. So the A's started in Anaheim. They finished with the Angels here at the Coliseum.
Both times against the lefty, Joe Saunders, who's trying to win his 16th game of the year. 2-1 to Rajay Davis, and he drills one to center. Hunter going back, still going back, and he makes the catch. A couple steps from the center field fence. So Rajay Davis puts a charge in one, but comes up just a little bit short.
Hit it to the wrong guy. 8-time Gold Glover, soon to be number 9. Rajay hit it hard, but straightaway center. Actually, a great approach by Rajay, taking to the outside fastball in center field, but Torrey Hunter had it tracked all the way, a couple of feet from the wall. These pitchers do that a lot during the season. Clap for Torrey Hunter.
Mark Ellis steps in. Mark pops with a foul down the right field line.
Been a very good season for Mark Ellis, and granted he missed many games because of going on the disabled list for 60 days, 60-day DL. But in talking to him today, and he looks back at maybe an injury to his calf that enabled him to get stronger, especially running under Bob Alejo and the program he put him on.
Rivera, a warning track, he's got it.
But also the power for Mark Ellis, who just got under that one, but missed 57 games with a calf injury, so 105 games, 10 home runs, most home runs in franchise as a second baseman, 61 runs batted in. You project that over another third of the season, that's very impressive numbers for a second baseman. But I think with his strength program, his conditioning program, he's much stronger and has realized that it's going to continue next year from day one, or actually throughout the offseason. But I think the running program to help his calf has really improved his entire game. So we're just going to continue to see great things from Mark Ellis.
23 doubles for Ellis on the year. But the big offensive season has come from this man, Kurt Suzuki. 88 RBIs, and he's going to celebrate his birthday today. 26 years old. Came up in 07. And had a nice year last year, but he's been very good. He will continue to be good.
Don't want just the signs, we want cookies or cakes or something, so they can bring them up here.
That's right.
Oh, did you see the guy just caught the foul ball?
Yeah, I saw him.
He caught the ball, looked at the ball, and he threw it, looked like in a bag, like he's out fishing. I just got another one.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe that's not his first one.
Yeah. Look at this. Stood right up. Got the glove, got the ball. Take a look at it. And just drop it down in the bag. So let's get another one. Let's look at that. He's not going to take a walk 3-2.
No, not today.
Saunders threw him a changeup. Come on, Joe. Part of the game. You got your 15. Look at the little smile on Kurt. You got your 15. You're going to postseason. Give him a fastball.
3-2 to Kurt Suzuki. He got a fastball and fouled it straight back. On deck is Nomar Garciaparra. So Nomar in there, the final day of the season. Line drive down the left field line, but it's going to foul. Looking at the full season for Kurt Suzuki. How about this, Ray? 37 doubles and 155 hits. He's going to lead the Athletics in hits, RBIs, doubles.
The league in games caught, innings caught. And if he just turned 26 today, he's got a good solid 10 years left to be 35, 36. And we hope all of them in the green and gold.
Well, he's not going to be free agent until, I believe, after the 2013 season.
This is his second full year.
Yeah, so
he's got 4 more.
So he's not going anywhere.
Not eligible for arbitration until after next year.
Another line drive. This one's going to reach the seats. Home run distance, but foul. So an 11 pitch at bat for Kurt Suzuki against Joe Saunders here in the first.
And on the 12th, he delivered.
Yes, he did.
His first home run of the day.
Not over yet.
Well, the thing is, Saunders continues to throw strikes, but he doesn't have to because Suzuki's going to be swinging whether it's a strike or not.
Listen, I'm going to only give you so many fastballs. You got to hit one at some point.
Well, this could be, I guess, I think it was like home run derby. A little bit better fastball, though.
This one's bounced fair. Figgins on the backhand, a long throw, and the tag is made by Kendry Morales. Nice play on both ends, Figgins and Morales. 3 up, 3 down inning. We'll head to the second. No score. $1 burger with grilled pineapples back at Carl's Jr. Beautiful look at the Coliseum on a nice afternoon for baseball. Kendry Morales leads it off. Morales, Kendrick, and Gary Matthews Jr. against Brad Kilby. Kilby had a walk and a strikeout in the first inning through 18 pitches. Good changeup, 1-1. Ken Morales, 107 RBIs for the Angels. A line drive to left field. Patterson comes in and he reaches up right at the last minute. He dropped it on the exchange, but it is an out.
Well, let's look back this season. How about starting with Dallas Braden? Remember the game here where Vernon Wells drilled him right back up the middle, went down,
Number 47.
took this off the left hand and up on the shoulder. See the left hand, and I think the best shot was Walt right here. Don't tell the skipper. Stayed in the game with 6 innings, outstanding baseball, and he said, I'll make my next start. Well, he got an extra day in Detroit. He pitched the next day, and I think it was Saturday instead of Friday. But not surprising that Dallas Braden stayed in the game. And we wish him well as also to get back strong after the foot injury. Put him on the disabled list and ended his season with several starts remaining.
Foul ball for Howard Kendrick. Dallas Braden finished with an 8-9 record, but a 3.89 ERA, and
Was about
the ERA was much better than that. He struggled a little bit the last handful of starts, and the ERA went up quite a bit, but he was down
22 starts.
Yeah,
So he's looking at another 11 and 12 maybe. So we look forward to seeing him back in the rotation next year. It's going to be good, folks. Rotation, the bullpen, and by the way, I was talking earlier about guys going in after a couple of innings. Well, I just saw the big 4 going into the clubhouse. Big 4, Bailey, Wirtz, Ziegler, and Breslow, as those guys are the back end of the bullpen.
Not quite their time yet.
So they go into the clubhouse as a ritual and kind of get
Number 24.
heat treatment, whatever. Remember Dennis Eckersley, his great closer, would stay in the clubhouse until about the 7th inning because he was not going to pitch before the 9th. And he would sit there and just watch the game, listen to the game, and then head down to the bullpen and get ready to close out another one. So I guess the guys have their little ritual in the clubhouse. They do different things.
See, this would be a good day as soon as the A's take the lead. Somehow get the manager's attention. Maybe walk in front of them or just get yourself a W maybe.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I think they already have it
nice
mapped.
Hey, Skip, how you doing?
They've got it mapped out.
I feel good today.
I think Ron Romanek knows, and he can just tell the guys that somebody's going to start getting loose right now. His name is Jerry Blevins, because Blevins has the 3rd. So I think, is David Feldman scoring today? Or is he in the truck?
He is not at the ballpark.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, whoever the official score is, I think in a game like today could determine based on performance as to who gets the win. Normally, if a starter does not go 5 innings, say a guy comes in the 5th inning with 1 or 2 outs and the club is leading, they give them the win, but this may be a decision or payoff.
Who knows? Just like a W, that's what we really like. Bottom of the 2nd coming up, no score. Coliseum on the final day of the 2009 regular season for the Athletic. Nomar Garciaparra steps in. So Nomar in the lineup. 274, 3 home runs and 16 runs batted in. It's been a pleasure getting to know Nomar Garciaparra this year.
He's a pro.
Heard a lot about him. Mostly good stuff over the years, but he sure is. He's very enjoyable to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, he will be honest with you.
Great interview.
Yeah.
And he does not beat around the bush. You ask him a question, he tells it like it is.
Sure. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Huh? He's a good guy. And he has a base hit to left field. Right.
And I guarantee he did not look for a coach for a 3-0 take sign either. That's beautiful.
Remember this moment, folks? This was one of my favorites,
Yeah.
Ray. His return to Fenway Park. It was awesome.
Very emotional time for him.
Garciaparra.
That is something that he will never forget. I don't think we will either. I mean, that was a moment that always stands out.
Yes, it does. Bobby Crosby with the base hit. Yeah, I would say that ovation for Nomar Garciaparra, a couple minutes maybe.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Terrific.
And you know the class of Nomar Garciaparra. Jason Varitek, of course, his good friend, was catching. And he said to Varitek, he says, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, and he said, please do me a favor, tell John Smoltz, I know this is a big game for him, tell him I'm sorry for all this too. He was apologetic for the crowd and the way they brought him back. And Southern California 6-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, 2-time batting champion, and Mia Hamm, of course, a 2-time Olympic soccer star, is his wife, and they have twins. And he's getting all the acknowledgments from the Angels as he gets to second base.
No, he has not said whether he will attempt to play next year, but you get the feeling that this could be his last season in the big leagues. You never know.
Well, I think he realizes his role would be limited.
Sure.
He can't play every day. He knows that. He's not the Nomar Garciaparra, the numbers we showed. He's more of a role player, DH, occasional maybe first base, pinch hit. And I think it's just a matter of, first of all, if he wants to continue that, or if a club wants to get him. But the thing about Nomar, what he has meant to this young club this year, the pitching staff. We saw him talking to Gio Gonzalez. Saw him talking to all the position players, and it's been tremendous for these young players to have a veteran to talk to them and not run away from them. I mean, they gravitate to him, vice versa.
Garciaparra with that base hit leading off this inning now has 1,746 career hits and 229 career home runs. A career batting average of .313.
We talked about Ken Griffey Jr. What numbers would he have put up had he not been injured? Well, we could say the same about Nomar Garciaparra. You'd be looking at a Hall of Famer had he not had the number of times on the disabled list.
He had a 5-year stretch with the Red Sox where his statistics offensively were as good as anybody's in baseball. That's how good he was. And then injury started to catch up with him a little bit.
He'll get a lot of votes, and he'll stay on the ballot a long time. And I'd like to see him sneak in and get into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if that's going to happen.
3-2 pitch, just a little bit low, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Matt Carson.
Well, Derek Barton threw his bat over towards the on-deck circle with a lot of confidence that pitch was out of the strike zone. Guys should remember that today is the final day of the season, and if there's ever a day in which more no-hitters have been pitched, this would be the day. Which means that swing the bat, let's go, get out of here, especially clubs that doesn't mean anything. It's a little different at the Metrodome and at Comerica Park today. Those games meant a lot, but there's not another game around baseball. Although nationally, I think we still have some Hall home field advantage?
I don't think so.
It's all done?
No, I don't think so. The Phillies won yesterday. I just read about that this morning.
Okay.
That guaranteed them home field advantage in their series. Yeah, it looks like the Dodgers will have the best record in the National League, so they'll have home field for the first 2 rounds. Oh, 1 to Matt Carson. Big opportunity for him, and he hits one high to left center field. Juan Rivera makes the catch. It's going to get a run home, and the ball is thrown to the middle of the diamond. Going to second base is Barton, but he's out. Run comes in to score. It's going to end up being a double play. So it was quite frankly, it was a terrible throw, but the Angels got a little bit of a break, and they get an out on the bad throw. So sacrifice fly and a double play.
Well, the throw was so bad that Derek Barton thought he could tag, but it was in the air all the way. No chance to get the runner going to third, which was Crosby. But Derek Barton, and the throw by Napoli to second base gets him. And that's the second baseman, Howard Kendrick. So what could have been second and third, 1 out, now a runner at third and 2 outs.
So Garcia Parra scores the run, and here's Patterson. Takes a breaking ball in for a strike.
Just saw our guest leaving the dugout, running up here.
Trevor Cahill is going to join us next half inning, we hope.
I'm sure Bob Rose went down to get him.
Oh, yeah. So Brett Anderson on A's pregame live. Patterson, left center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Crosby comes in to score, and it's 2-0. Eric Patterson with an RBI base hit. Picks up his 11th RBI of the year. So the A's with a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second.
A good way the last day of the season, like those 2-out RBIs, hanging breaking ball from Joe Saunders. Maybe the 14-pitch at bat to Kurt Suzuki last inning wore down the left hand a little bit.
Batting in the 9th position.
So Cliff Pennington steps in.
26. Cliff Pennington.
Pennington takes up and away. It was July 31st when the A's called up Cliff Pennington from AAA, and he has been in the lineup every day. Maybe he had a couple days off. So he has been given a golden opportunity, and I think he has made the most of it. Would you agree with that, Ray?
I agree 100%. I think he's done a very good job. And as he said, he gets to play, or has gotten to play, in September. And for a minor league player, to get that opportunity has been very good. And he has played well.
The numbers offensively: 275 with 4 homers and 20 runs batted in. He's been hitting out of the 9th spot pretty much the whole time he's been in the lineup. Defensively, Cliff Pennington with 7 errors on the year. Patterson is going to get a stolen base as Morales cannot handle the throw. He was kind of making the exchange from glove to throwing in, and it popped out of his glove.
Caught the ball a little bit too high in the webbing, and as he did transfer, just kind of popped out. But they had him picked off, but it will go as a stolen base. Morales came off the bag quickly. Actually was off the bag anyway. The best thing for a runner to do once he's picked off is just keep running. It takes 2 perfect throws to get him.
That's a swing, says Jim Joyce. So 2-2 the count. So a couple of runs on 3 hits so far here in the second inning for the Athletics. curveball, swing and a miss. So Saunders gets his first strikeout, but 2 runs for the Athletics. So we head to the third. A's 2, Angels nothing. Oh, it could mean only one thing. Trevor Cahill's in the booth. We love the White Rabbit. It's good.
Is his mic on? You got to turn it up a little bit. You got to talk a little louder. Oh, you're talking over your music. Oh, okay.
There it is. We love the White Rabbit. 21 years old. You're not supposed to know anything about the song, and you chose it. It's great. Tell us the story again. We've had a lot of fun with the music that plays when you take the mound here at the Coliseum.
My first year in King County, it was only instrumentals, and I liked the instrumentals, and just kind of stuck.
It stuck with us here in as well.
We actually want to layer down on the truck, the producer. He has it on tape, but we want to take it and run it every time you start, whether it's at home or on the road. So
I don't know.
No, you wouldn't hear it. It would be just our audience and for us. The heck with
just
you.
For us,
yeah, just for us.
We're a little older than you. We like that music.
What has it been like for you as a 21-year-old to come to spring training and with the possibility, expectations of you and Brett and even Mazzaro making the rotation? There's this field power.
That is a big-time home run for Mike Napoli, his 20th of the year. So the Angels are on the board here in the third. It's a 2-1 game.
Well, forget about that. What does your first year, what has it meant to you to go into spring training and to make the club out of spring training and then finish the season the way you did winning 10 games?
You know, going into spring training, there's like, I was thinking maybe I'd get called up, through the year, and there was a couple injuries and a couple spots opened up, and I was just lucky enough to be able to fill a role, and I'm just glad I stuck here the whole year.
And you improved as the season went on. I think that's what impressed us the most, a real strong finish. How did you feel at the end of the year, maybe the last month? Because certainly you pitched great. Did you still feel strong?
Yeah, I felt really strong, actually. I mean, our strength coach, Bob Alejo, has been working with us a lot. And, I mean, I've gotten a lot stronger, I think more strong than I've ever been. And so, my velocity, I think, almost increased. Like, Brett had a huge increase in velocity as well. And so, yeah, as the season went on, I felt stronger. And, we, working with the pitching coaches, did a lot of mechanical adjustments. And I think that helped me and, kind of got some kinks out and helped me be more consistent and, improve as the year went on.
But one of the things so many guys have talked, especially the pitchers, about Bob Alejo and getting stronger. Kind of explain the program that you have been put on that has enabled you to get stronger, and you and Brett, all the other pitchers, to get stronger as the season's progressed, to where you have pitched as effectively as you have right down to the wire.
Well, it's a lot different than what I was used to during the season. I'd kind of maintain, and this year we were doing a lot of weight and not too many reps, and not being afraid to get after it in the weight room. And I think before I was afraid because I didn't really have the guidance, at each level to do that throughout the year. And this year it was special because I got to do that, and then stay healthy. And I think that's the biggest thing. I was always afraid to lift heavy because you don't want to hurt your arm or whatever, and kind of just didn't worry about it and got stronger, and actually made my arm feel better.
Trevor Cahill, 32 starts this year, 178 2/3 innings. And as we said, a strong finish. Figgins, fly ball, left center field where it's going to fall. Patterson and Davis could not get together, and it drops, and that'll be a base hit. So it should have been an out. Yeah. It ends up being a base hit, and that's unfortunate.
Well, Eric Patterson looking at the sun. We know it's a tough sun, especially in September. Rajay Davis going, and they stopped, so it must have had Patterson call him, because normally Rajay is ultra aggressive going after the ball. And sadly it dropped. That makes you feel good as a pitcher, doesn't it? But in a situation like that, I know you guys don't blame the defenders, but you say to yourself, try a little bit harder to get out of the jam.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like this situation right here is time to bear down. Maybe get a ground ball, double play, and then get the last guy out with the guy in third. And that's I think that's the funnest thing about pitching, when you're in a jam like second, third, one out or no outs. You need to punch out, and or like a infield ground ball. And I think that's the funnest part, when you have to bear down.
One thing you said, I remember talking to you recently, the thing that you have learned, that at the minor league level you could get strikeouts because you had the pitchers to do it. Maybe not up here, and that's made you a different pitcher and probably a better pitcher. But how have you been able to change from a strikeout pitcher in minor league to come up here knowing that the hitters are very good? You want the ground ball outs, but to be able to get the outs necessary instead of strikeouts.
I think it has been tough, just because you get ahead. They always stress getting ahead, and it seemed like when I was getting ahead, the guys would have just as much success, getting hits off me, even when I was 0-2, 1-2, because I didn't have that put away pitch. And last year was the curveball, and I was struggling with it this year, and they kind of took it away. And just trying to reevaluate it and maybe come back with it next year. But I think it in the long run it helped me, because I got worked on my fastball location and changeup, and my changeup's improved a lot. And I think you take away a couple pitches and you work on 2 pitches exclusively, and I think it makes you a lot better in that area.
How much do you see yourself in the future? And everybody's talked about your sinker. You've had a number of games this year when you've been double figures and ground ball outs. But in the future, how much do you see yourself more of a Greg Maddux type of a pitcher, where you get ground ball outs, quick outs, instead of getting a lot of strikeouts?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always fun to get the strikeout, and I think an out's an out in either way. I think there's times when you need a strikeout, and I've been able to do that a couple times. And then there's times when you rather just throw 1 or 2 pitches and get a ground ball out, and that helps you go later into the game, because usually a strikeout, you usually throwing at least 4 pitches, and a ground ball you can get in 1. So I think that'll help me go deep in the game and throw a lot more innings next year.
You like the comparison, Greg Maddux, future Hall of Famer, about 350 wins to you?
Yeah.
Because I told you and Brett, you guys go, you got 19 more years. You average about 15, 16, 17 wins a year. I mean, we'll be looking at you going to the Induction Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, see how many wins he has. And, we saw Tomko get his 100th. And to look at those numbers and just see that many wins, it's just unbelievable. To do that for that many years. I mean, just to pitch year out of year, I just feel mentally drained and physically drained. And, it's just amazing that he's been able to do that.
Like this game against the Giants here at the Coliseum. Look at all these strikeouts.
One of the top 3 or 4 performances of the year.
Yeah, that was fun, just because it was against the Giants, and it was one of the bigger crowds, and I got into some jams there, and I was able to get a couple strikeouts. I remember that. And you know, that's one of those times where it's you know, it's fun, and especially pitching against the Giants when we were struggling against them. I mean, you know, we were facing Lincecum and Kane, and they were you know, lights out. So it was fun to get a win against them.
Fly ball to left field. Patterson has got room. He makes the catch. So a run on the Napoli home run. Nothing else. We'll talk more with Trevor Cahill when we come back. Bottom of the third coming up. A's 2 and the Angels 1. The third, the A's with a 2-1 lead over the Angels. Top of the order, Rajai Davis leading it off as we continue our conversation with Trevor Cahill. Trevor, tell me what the biggest surprise for you was as far as major league hitters. Maybe something that made you say, wow, these guys are good. And then also something that said, well, maybe I'm giving these guys too much credit at times.
Well, there's a couple games where I thought I threw the ball well, and I'd throw good pitches and they still get hits, and that was when your confidence goes down, like, geez, what do I got to do? And in the minor leagues, if you had decent stuff, you're going to do well, and here it's not always the case. And then I had games where I didn't have my best stuff, and I got through it, and then that kind of brings you back to reality, like you just keep plugging away, and they'll get themselves out, and there's times when they'll hit great pitches, and you just got to tip your cap.
How about when you did get a chance to put a bat in your hand in interleague play?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We got to hit batting practice, especially 2 months before. Get leading up to it, and that was fun.
Did you have your own bat model?
Yeah, we did. I actually used Gregorio Petit's. He let me have a bat, and I actually used that one. I liked it a little bit better.
But Bush didn't order bats for you guys with your names on them?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, they did? Oh, good.
Yeah, he did.
I would hope so.
They just looked so nice. I didn't want to.
You don't want to break any of them, huh?
Yeah.
One thing that throughout the season, everybody's been talking about young pitchers playing and pitching, your case in September, and, never pitched this many innings before. How was your strength at the end? I mean, you talked a little bit about it, but as far as was it necessary, do you think, to limit the number of pitches and the starts and all those things? I mean, how did you feel about that whole program of trying to maintain your strength because you hadn't pitched?
Well, the whole thing is, like, as a pitcher, I want to go out there and have the ball every fifth day for over 100 pitches, but I understand the process of building up innings. I really only threw like 130 or so last year, so I think it was a good thing. I think we were out of it, and just from the health standpoint, I mean, there's no reason to push it. And, I just rather build towards next year than maybe hurt myself this year.
Well, I'm talking about those pitching in September. This was one of your best starts as well, the 16th in Texas, and you had it all working that night.
Well, that was the one hitter for what, 7 innings?
Yeah,
it's pretty good. And September the 16th too.
Yeah, that was a fun game. Pitching there, I hadn't pitched there, and I heard heard bad things.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, I was lucky.
Well, with your great career that you're going to have, when you think about going in Texas and you guys gave up in 3 games only 1 run, you realize that may never happen again in your career.
Yeah.
That's how hard it is to go in there and shut down the Rangers in their home park.
Yeah, I mean, Tomko, first game set the bar pretty high, thrown a complete game shutout for the win in his 100th win. But, you know, I think it was at a time where I think they were struggling, and, you know, they don't do that offensively much. They're a great hitting team, and they always have been. But, yeah, in that park, I guess, is small. I mean, I was lucky enough not to test it.
Which brings up a point about testing for up until your last 8 or 9 starts. You give a pretty consistent, a lot of souvenirs in the stands. What was the change for you to actually giving up just 2 home runs in your last 9 starts? What was the difference for you at the beginning when you were giving them up?
You know, it wasn't I think a bad thing when I was giving up home runs, because, you know, early in the year I wasn't giving up too many, but I'd walk a lot of guys, and, you know, I just started attacking the zone, and I'd make a mistake here and there. But, you know, I just, you know, didn't let it get to me, and, you know, it was definitely one of those things that, you know, brings down your confidence. But, you know, I just keep trying to throw the ball over the plate, throw strikes, and, you know, let them hit it. And I think that just my ability to keep the sinker down in the zone and then working the changeup at the end of the year was the big part of it. They couldn't just sit on the sinker and, you know, just see it up and then, you know, make one mistake, you know, every couple innings, and, you know, they don't miss it much up here.
Now, Trevor, what's the off-season hold for you? Even the next couple months, you can take a little time off?
Yeah, go home to Oceanside and, you know, just have an apartment there and just work out and relax and get ready for next year.
Tough life, huh?
Yeah. 21 years old.
Yeah, tough life. Well, it's been fun watching you guys grow and develop at the major league level, and to be so young and to have the success you did, winning 10 games. I mean, that's a great start to know that you started your major league career in double figures in wins. Your first year for you and Brett Anderson, and that's a great start to have that goal, double figures for the rest of your career. So congratulations on an outstanding year, and I can just envision you being, and I bring up Greg Maddux because there's a lot of similarities with the movement on your pitches, and you got a chance to win a lot of games.
Yeah, thank you.
Trevor, thanks for stopping by.
Listen to your song on the way out.
We're going to head out with your song.
Perfect.
In honor of Trevor Cahill. Thanks for stopping by.
Can't wait till it starts next year when we pop it up again.
Young man on the right, Trevor Cahill. But how about that tandem going forward for the A's? We're excited about it. Anderson and Trevor Cahill, a lefty, a righty, different styles pitching, which is makes it even more interesting.
We got Gio Gonzalez finished very strong, 10 strikeouts on Friday night. We got Dallas Braden coming back. Josh Outman, don't know when he's going to come back from his surgery, but Well, so many positive things with the rotation and the bullpen. Gio's looking forward to next year already. I think the great thing about next year, just starting and not worrying about innings pitched, pitch counts, because these kids will have another year under the belt to be stronger. And I thought what Jeff Gray, I thought what Trevor talked about, explained about with Bob Alejo, the strength and conditioning coach, and how much they have improved. And there's no doubt at the minor league level you don't have nearly the emphasis on the type of programs on condition that you have at the major league level. I mean, this is a huge business, and so they want these athletes to be finely tuned to go out there every day, whether it's a starter or position player.
And that's nothing against the minor leagues.
Oh, no,
that's just the way it is.
That's it. I mean, they've developed them down there, but once they get here, and I know talking to Bob and talking to these pitchers and players, they all have a program starting the off season, and they will continue, as Brett said, or Trevor said, continue what they've done this summer into the off season, leading up to next spring. And Bob Alejo said it's going to be better next year because they will have this program under their belt.
Number 19.
This may have been the best pitching performance of the year by anybody for the A's. Brett Anderson, 21 years old, goes into Fenway Park and throws a shutout. What was it, like two-hitter? Two-hitter.
Yeah. 111 pitches. Just like Trevor, when he had the one-hit shutout in Texas for 7 innings, the only thing that stopped him was a pitch count. And the fact that it was September the 16th. Brett's was July the 6th.
One and one to Kendry Morales. Popped up. Barton racing over near the Angels dugout. Let's get into the seats. The Twins are leading the Royals 10-4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Twins 3 outs away from an extra game. They played an extra game last year too.
Yes, they did.
They lost to the White Sox 1-0.
They don't have to worry about Jim Thome hitting a home run in the Metrodome.
And their extra game this year, if they hang on, which it looks like they will be played at home.
And they have all the upper right field bleachers available. They had them for the weekend because they anticipated this being, and it is the final weekend of the regular season at the Metrodome before they move to the new park next year. And a lot of the great players of the past coming in for the weekend. But it looks like they will be playing another game, and they hold back the Metrodome probably next weekend after they start their series in New York.
One out here in the 4th inning. Well, another youngster that the A's are very high on, Vin Mazzaro, and this was his major league debut. He was outstanding in Chicago. Remember, he was just a little wild early, but the pickoff at second really settled him down.
It's about an 11 pitch at bat to Podsednik to start. Got a base hit, stole second, picked him off. 5 innings of shutout baseball. He would do the same against the Orioles for 13 2/3.
We'll talk more about Vin Mazzaro when we come back. Jeff Gray coming in. Evans. So Gray will face the right-handed hitting Howie Kendrick. Very nice season for Jeff Gray. Put himself in the mix for maybe a bullpen spot next year.
There's no doubt. Good sinker there, and the fact that he's throwing between 94 and 97 with a fastball. Good movement on the two-seam fastball. Good slider. And he could elevate, get it up to 97, 98 with a fastball up in the zone.
So, Ray, we were talking about Vin Mazzaro and the year he had. Got off to the great start, but at times struggled as well. And maybe consistency-wise, not at the level of Cahill and Brett Anderson just yet. I don't think there's any question that his pitches are plenty good enough to be a quality big league pitcher. What does he have to do?
Well, the one thing that he talked about, controlling his fastball, not so much controlling his strike zone, controlling the movement. He had 2 and 4 seam fastball, but it had so much movement he couldn't keep it in the strike zone.
Kendrick hits one very high, right center, pretty deep. Near the wall is Davis. He has it.
Time now for Carl's Jr. in face. It will be Vin Mazzaro, and probably the best moment for Vinny. How about this? Welcome to Dallas Braden's world. Here comes Dallas. Dallas looked like he enjoyed that, didn't he?
That concerned us a little bit. The look on Dallas.
But the finish, how about the finish? Then he just throws the towel at him.
Yeah.
That was in Chicago, and that's a lot of fun. That's either, we hope, whipping cream because it doesn't burn as much as shaving cream.
A little tapper to Barton. Side retired, so Jeff Gray does a nice job, gets a couple outs, and the Angels do not score. Bottom of the fourth coming up, 2-1 A's. California is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Please drink responsibly. Bottom of the fourth inning from the Coliseum. A beautiful look at downtown Oakland. Wrapping it up in 2009. Joe Saunders. Had 2 good innings in the first and the third. Struggled in the second when the A's got their 2 runs, and that second inning started with a base hit by Nomar Garciaparra. Hey Ray, guess just take a guess at who just hit another home run for the Minnesota Twins.
Jason Kubel.
No, think again.
Bauer?
Michael Kadire.
Oh, Kadire.
Oh my goodness.
Huh.
Twins are just blowing out the Royals. Bottom of the 8th inning. Hacking on the run. So
Kubo hit a 3-run home run to get him on the board big time early.
There was a September MVP, though, Michael Kadire.
Yeah.
Man. Remember, that Minnesota Twins team is playing without Justin Morneau.
Yeah, and what Kadire did yesterday after Twins got 4 runs off Zach Greinke, and then only to see the Royals come back to tie the game.
Yeah.
And then the bottom of the 8th inning, leading off, hit a solo home run, brought in Joe Nathan. Game over. Playing today, and will be playing Tuesday.
Bit high to Garcia Parra, so a leadoff walk. Nomar's on base again.
But you know, we were talking down the stretch, even the Metrodome. You can never count out the Twins. Ron Gardenhire, the manager. They find a way. They always find a way.
Sure do. Twins have won 15 out of 19.
The Rockies of 07. I mean, that's basically what they did.
I tell you what, it's been a good 5-day stretch to be in Minneapolis right now. Yeah. I mean, you had the big 3-game series. The Twins are going to sweep. Hard hit ball to short. Ibar has it, and Kendrick will turn the double play. Bobby Crosby hits into the 6-4-3 double play. So 2 outs for Derek Barton. So you have the big baseball series, which is
number 10.
Crowds are going crazy.
Yeah.
But yesterday, Ray, University of Minnesota and the University of Wisconsin played football there. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a border game. Of course, you got the football game tomorrow night, Vikings and the Packers, which is a huge game. And then this playoff game on Tuesday. That's a pretty good 5-day stretch.
And you just wonder, and granted it's just one day, but what one day how it will affect the Twins and the Tigers.
Yeah. Momentum-wise?
Because normally the game would be played tomorrow. First day after the end of the season. Of course, they don't have to worry about rain because the Metrodome.
Derek Barton gets one past Kendry Morales for a 2-out hit. But yeah, that's a good call because you know both teams are dying to play tomorrow.
Yeah, and especially the Twins in their home park. They just swept the Royals to get to the playoff game. And now they have to wait around one more day.
Yep.
But maybe it'll work in their favor. I mean, they know they've got the home field advantage because they have the crowds. The crowd will be there. They'll be sellout and just raising the roof, the joint, unbelievably. I think Scott Baker's going to pitch for
Scott Baker
for the Twins, and
well, Verlander pitched today.
Right? So he won't be pitching.
And Edwin Jackson pitched
I think Jackson
Friday,
right? I think Jackson would bring back short.
Yeah, because Jackson got knocked around a little bit on Friday.
I think it would be Jackson and Baker.
Matt Carson had a sacrifice fly in the second inning. Changeup stays outside. Good breaking ball by Joe Saunders. Looks like Saunders will pitch game 4 of their series against the Red Sox. At least that's what Angels people figure will happen.
That means Kazmir and Saunders would be in Boston.
That's kind of the plan. Most teams feel like you have a little better chance starting a lefty at Fenway Park, and Kazmir has pitched well against the Red Sox in his career. So tentatively, that's what we understand will happen for games 3 and 4 at Fenway. It'll be Kazmir and Saunders. Swing and a miss. Pretty good fastball with a little movement from Saunders. So Carson strikes out. 3 strikeouts for Joe Saunders. 5th inning coming up. 2-1 A's.
mustache?
Yeah, we were thinking he may have been a teammate of yours in 1973.
Oh, come on. Mike Napoli, let's go. You're not being thrown at the final day of the season. Get a home run off Jerry Blevins. And watch Jeff Gray. I mean, the last thing he wants to do is hit anybody.
Now batting, number 2, Eric Ibar.
So Napoli is aboard, and Eric Ibar steps in.
And the last thing Mike Scioscia and the Angels need, or even think about, is a bench clearing brawl. Because as Joe Girardi said when the Yankees did that, we don't want to because we're the ones who are going to get hurt.
Yeah, there's bumps and bruises all over the place. So Ibar hits. He had a base hit in the 3rd inning. Only run of the game for the Angels. As Ray mentioned, the Napoli home run in that 3rd. Bouncer in the hole. Pennington has it, throws to second, but he throws high, and that's going to allow both the base runners to move up. So it'll be 2nd and 3rd, and nobody out.
Well, it is a base hit, and it should be. The only play was going to be try to get Napoli at second. But the throw wild, and as a result, it's 2nd and 3rd.
Now batting number 9, Sean Figgins.
So base hit E6. That's air number 105 for the A's this year. And here's the top of the order, Sean Figgins. Figgins is 1 for 2. So the scoreboard says his batting average is .299.
Might be his last at bat anyway.
Slices one foul. So 1-1 with Napoli at 3rd, Ibar at 2nd. Breaking pitch on the outside corner for a strike. There's your final, Ray. Down on the end. Minnesota 13, Kansas City 4. It is over. So they are having a good time right now at the Metrodome. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Jeff Gray. Gets Figgins. So 1 out here in the 5th.
Well, they pulled the number at the Metrodome today, which would be one more game. Maybe they did it yesterday, one more game, basically, for the final game at the Metrodome. But now that they have the next game on Tuesday, they hope they can start reducing it again.
So the final year of the Metrodome, and they get an extra game, and maybe postseason. Here's Bobby Abreu. High bouncer over the mound. It's going to get a run home. Pennington's throw in time. Coming in to score is Napoli. Abreu gets his 103rd RBI of the year, and we're tied at 2. So Torrey Hunter will hit.
Number 48, Torrey Hunter.
So the Twins and the Tigers finish 86 and 76.
You got a monitor showing the Metrodome. Fans aren't leaving.
Nope.
They are not leaving because they probably have also got a post game with the final game today. It's scheduled to be the final game at the Metrodome, and so they would have a player representing every team from 1982 to 2009. Of course, the greats Harmon Killebrew, Rod Carew, Hall of Famers there, Tony Oliva.
Down to left field line. Patterson racing over. He's not going to get it. Angels are going to take the lead on the RBI double from Torrey Hunter's RBI, as he has an RBI that knocks in Eric Ibar. So 3-2 Angels. 90th RBI for Hunter.
Now the Angels will look at this inning as a hit batter, and unintentional as it was, did start the inning in a fastball belt high, and for an aggressive Torrey Hunter, that is a perfect pitch for him to do exactly that, drill a double.
26th double of the year for Hunter, and here's Juan Rivera. Rivera, a fly ball to center field and a walk so far. Rangers and the Mariners in Seattle. That game tied at 1 in the 5th inning. That's significant because Felix Hernandez is pitching for Seattle. He's trying to get his 19th win of the year and enhance his Cy Young credentials. So now 1-1 game. Rangers going up against Hernandez. Couple of runs in against Jeff Gray by the Angels here in the top of the 5th inning. Line drive to right field. That's a base hit. Carson has it. They'll hold Hunter at third as the throw is a pretty good throw by Carson. Suzuki knocked it down and rolled up the line a little bit. So Rivera has a base hit.
You know, Ubo was going to stop or hold up Torrey Hunter anyway, but got a chance to see the very strong arm of Matt Carson in right.
So Bob Guerin's coming out. Craig Breslow will be the new pitcher. So we get a pitching change here in the top of the 5th. 3-2 Angels. Comes in for the 77th time this year. First pitch is a strike to Morales. 2 runs on 3 hits here in the 5th. There's also been a hit batter and an error on Pennington. Ground ball into left field, and that's a base hit. Torrey Hunter comes in to score. So some clutch hitting here by the Angels. 3 straight hits with 2 outs, and it's now 4-2.
Good fastball, but then a little bit of a hanging slider.
Howard Kendrick.
So a tie game, and then the 3 hits to give the Angels a 2-run lead.
Going to bring up Howie Kendrick. The RBI by Kendry Morales, number 108 for the year. You see who the winning pitcher was, Ray, in that Twins game today? Carl Pavano. Carl Pavano finished the year with 14 wins. Of course, spent the first part of the year with the Indians and then was traded. Ended up going 14-12.
Says a lot about Nick Blackburn and Pavano pitching on 3 days rest, which goes to prove that sometimes a 5-man rotation is overrated. Although to extend that over the course of a season probably be more difficult because they're not trained accordingly, but they definitely did the job yesterday and today.
Kendrick strikes out, but 3 runs for the Angels. Bottom of the 5th coming up. They lead 4-2. Rosa asks, what were your favorite A's moments of the 2009 season?
Whew, boy. Well, I think one of them is seeing all these season ticket holders that continue to come out and support A's baseball.
That's right.
Had a chance to see them last night with the season ticket function that Steve Finelli, Kim Priest, of course, everybody put together. The season ticket holders got a chance to down on the field after the game yesterday. And Playwood had the warning track roped off. All the players came out, circled around, shook hands, then had a nice meeting in the East Side Club.
Number 26.
89 reunion. Dave Stewart in town. Ricky, of course. Dave Henderson. Tony Phillips. Carney. Tony got him even though it's the Giants uniform. And then Stu threw out the first pitch, and he can probably pitch today.
We had fun that night. Yeah. Walt Weiss came up. Yeah. Toward Figgins, fires to second for 1, and that's a double play. Cliff Pennington hits into the 5-4-3 double play. 2 outs. 20 years. Doesn't seem that long ago, does it? Maybe it does. I don't know.
Center fielder, number 11.
There's a special night when the jersey number of Ricky Henderson was retired. Ricky walking out from center field. That was a great moment. It's tough to pick one.
Yeah.
Such a long season, so many games. Davis down the line, and he is not going to stop, and he'll make it to second with a double. But this was a pretty good moment right here.
August 1st, and evening that Ricky Henderson will never forget. Toronto Blue Jays in town, one of his former teams, and he soaked it in. The red carpet treatment coming from center field. Number retired, and Ricky, a great speech, as he did also at Cooperstown on the Hall of Fame induction. And there he is. Most runs, most steals in history. Second most walks. 3,000 plus hits. First ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt.
And he wanted that walks one too.
That's right.
And his point, and it was a legitimate point, he said, listen, Barry Bonds has it, and that's fine, but the reason he has it is because of the intentional walks or not intentional walks. Ricky said, I had to work for mine.
That he did.
And I think there's the numbers aren't going to change. But his point is well taken.
Yeah, Sarge, there's a ball out in right field, Gary.
And I ain't moving.
Irvin Santana loosening the pin. He will be pitching out of the bullpen in the first round. That is the loose baseball.
So Mark Ellis trying to get Rajai Davis home. Davis with the 2-out double. This will be pitch number 80 for Joe Saunders. Curious to see how long Mike Scioscia goes with Saunders. This may be his last man. Another ball is loose.
76 Kazmir yesterday, 77 Weaver on Friday night. And unfortunately for the A's, those two starters won, as the A's have lost 6 in a row, trying to end that today in the final day of the season.
A strike called, even the count at 1-1. 5 hits, make it 6 hits today for the Athletics, 7 for the Angels. Napoli with a good block. Mariners have taken a 4-1 lead over Texas in the 6th inning.
Rajai's not going anywhere at second, but at least he's distracting Joe Saunders enough that he's had a spin move a couple of times. Yep. He does run. Sean Figgins wouldn't cover. Mike Napoli probably wouldn't throw.
Right at the knees, 2-2. Mark Ellis, a fly ball to left field and a ground out to third. 264 is where his average is at. Stays in there. So 2-2 to Ellis. And that is going to be caught by Gary Matthews Jr. He got a great jump. Made a nice sliding play, and he saved a run. 6th inning coming up, 4-2. terrific play in right field to end the bottom of the 5th and save a run. It's Matthews, Napoli, and Ibar, bottom 3 in the order against Craig Breslow. Matthews goes after the first pitch, and that is going to drop into the first row of seats. Barton made a long run. Gary Matthews today, a fly ball to right field and a ground out to first. It's been Kilby, Blevins, Gray, and Breslow. We knew right from the get-go that it was going to be a bullpen game. So how would you like to be the Atlanta Braves or the Washington Nationals? Right? They're in the 15th inning. And the Nationals just took a 2-1 lead. That's just not right. At least if you're the Braves, you're at home, right?
Right.
The Nationals, they're the road team, so they got to get on a plane. 15 innings.
At least it's a short flight.
Yeah, that's true. 3-2 to Gary Matthews. Another pop-up foul to the right side into the seats. Crowd of 16,591. Final day of the 2009 season. Hit high to right field. Carson goes back, and he's got it for the first out. Well, Ray, I think you could make a pretty strong case that maybe the highlight of this season for the Athletics has been the bullpen.
Yeah. Number 44.
Statistically,
Mike
the best
Napoli.
in the American League, and no question, maybe the best in all of Major League Baseball. And thanks in part to those 4 guys right there.
What is this?
Yeah, we got to get him in an A's hat.
Superimpose an A's logo there, guys.
Well, they have been outstanding.
Yes, they have.
Boy, oh boy, just
Yep. Andrew Bailey, we will wait after the conclusion of the World Series and the early votes, usually November, early December. They'll have the manager, the Rookie of the Year, MVP, Cy Young Award, comeback, all that. And we hope that Andrew Bailey gets the call. And he's the Rookie of the Year. Michael Wirtz, what an outstanding job of 100 strikeouts.
right on the button.
Yeah.
100 strikeouts in 72 and 2/3 innings, and only 23 walks.
But I remember in spring training, the slider that's become so devastating to American League hitters this year and some National League was not working in spring training. And I remember being told, it said, don't look at Michael Wirtz's numbers in Arizona because they are never any good. They weren't this spring, but when the season started in Anaheim, that first series, and to see Howard Kendrick go back into the dugout showing his teammates this pitch that became very hard to hit. And it started in Anaheim, and it's continued right to the end of the season.
Well, we should have known it was going to be good when we saw Kendrick doing that.
I talked to hitting coaches around the league, and I say, we look at this, and it looks like a splitter, but there's no way it is. And how does he get his arm to this point to where it comes over the top? And, well, he can do it, and he did it all year. 100 strikeouts, getting 5 in one game. That was a week ago Friday.
The A's bullpen also had the most strikeouts, second fewest walks, fewest home runs allowed. And really the only negative is they pitched the most innings. Breslow may have got a glove on it. Either way, it's a base hit for Napoli. Michael Wirtz, he was good all the way through the month of September.
And he pitched the game the Friday night, came in the 7th inning, struck out 2. In the 8th inning, struck out all 3. And how many strikes have you seen? Not one. In the dirt, and he joins Raleigh and Eck. It's the only Oakland A's pitchers, relief pitchers, to strike out 100. Raleigh, of course, pitched 3 innings for a save, so a little different for him.
Shallow center field. Davis coming in, and it's going to fall. So Eric Ibar with the base hit, and that sends Mike Napoli all the way to 3rd. So Napoli read it well. Eric Ibar is 3 for 3.
Number 9, Sean Figgins.
So 1st and 3rd and 1 out for Sean Figgins. Kurt Young's going to come out and chat with Breslow as Brad Ziegler starts to throw in the bullpen. Breslow came in the 5th inning, gave up an RBI hit, and then struck out Kendrick. Andrew Bailey, we've had a lot of fun watching him really come out of nowhere.
So the Saturday in Minnesota, the Metrodome. Andrew Bailey, the new Oakland A's rookie record for saves, passing Houston Street. He has 26. What, 21 in a row? 21, 22,
so,
something like that.
And an all-star in his rookie year. He had 90 strikeouts.
21 consecutive saves for Andrew Bailey. He'll have knee surgery tomorrow morning. And he'll head back east. Take 4 to 6 weeks to recover and then start his workout program. So by the time his recovery is over, called a balk.
Balk was called, and Breslow's arguing with the home plate umpire Angel Campos, but it's going to be a run. As Napoli comes in to score, Ibar moves up to 2nd.
Well, you would think that the first or third base umpire would make that call a lot easier than the home plate umpire, because it's a matter of the stepping of the left-handed pitcher. Just a casual throw to first base. Watch the front foot, the right foot, the angle.
That was called by the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the problem. That it's easier for a first and third base umpire to see where the setup was of the pit, the step was. This has been Angel Campos' weekend. It's been his weekend.
Oh, 2 pitch, just swing and a miss. Figgins strikes out. Well, you're saying he's calling the balk because of the
front foot
lifting the leg?
No, the front foot. The front foot, he said, stepped too close to home plate instead of kind of the 45-degree angle going to first base.
How can he see that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He called it instead of the first and third base umpire.
He can't. Simple physics tells you he can't see that like the first base umpire.
Correction. Number 5, Jack
Got a pinch hitter, Jeff Mathis, hitting for Abreu. So Bobby Abreu gets 3 at-bats. So Mathis is the hitter. Two outs here in the 6th. The run in on the balk call. Bobby Crosby backs up, gets a good hop, throws wide, and Barton makes the play and the tag. A very nice play by Derek Barton. A run for the Angels. It's 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. The Sharks continue their Southern California hockey run as they take on the Los Angeles Kings. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock with Sharks pregame live. A new season, a new network for Sharks hockey. So that's Tuesday night, Sharks and the Kings.
Now pitching for Los Angeles, number 54.
So some changes
Santana.
for the Angels. Get those to you as the inning goes on.
Catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
We can't tell you, they got a whole new outfield. And maybe more.
New third, new short.
And new pitcher, and it's Irvin Santana. So Santana will get a little extra work in. Here's the outfield. Reggie Willits is now out in left field. Kurt Suzuki will face Irvin Santana, and on the first pitch he grounds it towards second. Taken care of by Howie Kendrick. So Suzuki is 0 for 3. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brandon Wood is the new shortstop.
Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Freddie Sandoval is the new third baseman. And no, it's not March 15th, although it looks like it. Nomar Garcia-Parra is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. He has scored a run. He's led 2-0 after 2 innings. He just scored 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th to take the 5-2 lead.
He's made 23 starts this year in Santana with an 8-8 record. And he's always been good against the A's from day one. He had the complete game, the shutout against the Rangers last Monday. That was the clincher for the Angels.
And Nomar Garcia-Parra up the middle for a base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, for the Athletics. Riding for number 7, Bobby Crosby.
So Adam Kennedy's going to pinch hit.
Adam Kennedy.
So Kennedy hitting for Crosby. First pitch is at the knees for a strike to Adam Kennedy. Kennedy's been a terrific story for the A's this year. 290 with 11 home runs and 63 runs batted in. Kennedy right back to the screen. We've seen Adam Kennedy do a great job of spoiling good pitches, fouling balls back, waiting for a pitch that he can handle. Kennedy with 29 doubles, 1 triple. Toss in 20 stolen bases. He's been a very good all-around player. We'll see if the A's bring him back. He will be a free agent. As we see how good he has been, and that means so do other teams.
Yeah, he's going to have clubs interested in him, there's no doubt. And been a great leadoff hitter for the A's. Rajay Davis hitting behind him. Played second when Mark Ellis was on the disabled list. Moved to third when Ellie came back. Played a position that he'd never played before.
That one bounced to Morales, who fires to Wood, and that's a double play. 3-6-3 on the double play, and the A's get a hit and nothing else in the bottom of the 6th.
This was prior to the game when Bobby's name was mentioned on the PA system by Dick Callahan that he was in the lineup today. And no doubt his last game in that green and gold uniform. Rookie of the year 2004 for the Athletics. And he made the start this afternoon. And Bobby Crosby finishes this year in his totals for 6 with 61 home runs. And I've said it before, I've never seen a player handle what Bobby Crosby has gone through this year any better. Started last year when the A's were trying to sign for a call. They ended up signing Cabrera and basically told Bobby he's not going to play shortstop. He learned third, he learned second, played first, played the outfield, and handled his entire season as a true professional. So congratulate Bobby on his career with the Athletics, and never know what's going to happen, but we assume that today would be the last in the green and gold, at least based on what happened this year. It's a good man. It's a good man. And I just wish that he would not have had as many injuries as he had, especially after he won the Rookie of the Year. Those you cannot predict. You cannot assume you're going to go injury-free throughout your career. And Bobby's had his share, and no doubt has cost him a lot as far as the playing time. 69th appearance for Brad Ziegler, who has had a very good year for the Athletics. A different role. Started out as a closer, but we know Andrew Bailey took over, and Zig has done a very good job, a great job in the setup role. He and Michael Wirtz from the right side.
You know, and talking about Bobby Crosby, Ray, I'm sure he wasn't thrilled with the idea of learning new positions, becoming a utility player. But the fact that he did such a good job at it makes him a more attractive player to other teams. And I'm sure as he thinks about next year, he's still going to want to be a regular player somewhere. And he may be.
And a shortstop.
But more teams will probably be interested in him because they now say, you know what, he does a pretty good job at third. He does a pretty good job at first. So he may have opened up the market for himself a little bit more by doing something that, well, at the beginning of the year, you know what, he probably wasn't crazy about, and we understand why he wasn't crazy about it. Reggie Willits with a leadoff walk, and that doesn't mean that he couldn't be an everyday single position player for a team, because he probably could be.
Well, the one thing from the day that he realized he was not going to play shortstop, Mike Gallego did a great job working with him the other positions, and every day he came to the park, and when I was talking about as professional, he came to the park every day ready to play, worked when he wasn't playing, so that when he did start or came in defensively, the player never wants to embarrass himself. The only way you can do that is to stay in good shape and ready to go, and that's what Bobby did the whole season.
Chris Pettit is the hitter. Pettit in the game for Juan Rivera. At least hitting in Rivera's spot in the lineup. Kendry Morales is in the on-deck circle. Kennedy has it. Fires to second for one. Ellis turns the double play. Two outs here in the top of the seventh inning. Nice turn by Mark Ellis. Runner was getting to him pretty quickly.
A good throw by Adam Kennedy to allow that to happen at second base. And all the second baseman in that case wants is a throw about chest high, and he'll do the rest. And that's what Kennedy gave him.
Kendry Morales takes a strike. Morales 1 for 3. He had an RBI single in the fifth. And it's 0-2.
Now, we failed to mention when Brad Kilby struck out Bobby Abreu in the first inning, that established a new franchise record for strikeouts in a season. 1,118. He tied it yesterday, came into the game with 1,117. So the first strikeout today established a new franchise record. So congratulations to the A's pitchers for that.
Right fielder Matt Carson makes the catch, and that will do it for the Angels. Bottom of the seventh coming up. Angels 5, A's 2.
Yep.
And he makes you pay.
Don't mess with Zook. Padilla hitting, that's not unusual. Hit him in the back, they hit a home run off him. CC Sabathia, after Alex Rodriguez had been hit, that ball behind Kurt Suzuki, and CC to him a fastball, and guess what? Another home run. He should have just walked around the bases for both times, you know?
That was good stuff. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. And it's his birthday. And he's going to catch the full 9. Derek Barton leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Foul territory. The new first baseman is Rob Quinlan, and he gets tested early. Ball just into the seats. Close pitch, just a little low. 1-2. Barton, Carson, and Patterson. Barton a walk and a single in the ball game. So his average at 266. Michael Wirtz, so looks like Wirtz is going to get an inning. Strike 3 called.
The Angels got someplace to go.
Home.
Strike zone.
Right fielder.
Got a little bit different. Check the height of this pitch.
Carson.
Well, it is the final day, and we all know that hitters are supposed to swing at everything. But I guess it's Angel, not Angel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess that's what I've been hearing too. Carson a sacrifice fly and a strikeout in the ball game. Wood, the shortstop, on the run, throws low, and Carson's going to be safe. Be a base hit for Carson.
A short hop, and there's no chance for Sandoval to cut in front of Wood to handle it. So shortstop tried, off balance, and a short hop to the first baseman, Quinlan. Tough inning for Quinlan already.
Yeah.
Couldn't find the foul ball and try to catch the short.
Darren Oliver starts to loosen up. So Eric Patterson's had a good ball game, 2 for 2, couple of singles. He's got an RBI and he's got a stolen base. Patterson getting a chance to play regularly here in the final month.
With his number of at bats, he probably would go over 300 if he got another hit. Normally, you get in September and you play every day, your average fluctuates a point or two either way, depending on hit or an at bat without a hit, and not so much the case with Patterson.
Yeah, Patterson does not have 100 at bats yet. Double plays by the Angels have been a big story in this one. They have 4 of them. One of them was the sacrifice fly that turned into a double play. Patterson swings and misses that pitch down and in. That's the 5th strikeout by Angels pitchers.
Now batting shortstop, number 26, Cliff Pennington.
So Cliff Pennington will have a chance. Outside. Pennington a strikeout, and he hit into one of those double plays, and he swings and misses. 1-1 count. Next half inning, take a look at maybe some of the league leaders. Who's going to win the batting titles? Who's going to win the home run titles? That's a base hit to right field. So Pennington is aboard. Hit number 9 for the Athletics.
They got a low fastball, and unlike Derek Barton, he didn't want to take a chance of being called out on the strike. So he hammered it to right field. Rajay go deep. In 4 home runs, 51 runs batted in, tie the game. How's that?
Yep. Davis with a double in the 5th. He's also grounded out and flied out. Off-speed pitch. Swing and a miss by Rajay. Davis goes around there, and it's 0-2. Now Rajay's going to have to battle back against Irvin Santana. An RBI out there for Rajay if he can come through with a base hit. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 straight breaking pitches, and Santana ends up striking out 3 in the 7th. 8th inning coming up. Michael Wirtz coming in. 5-2 Angels. Sports at California is brought to you by Cache Creek. Cache Creek is giving away $500 every 30 minutes during the Cache Blitz. Visit cachecreek.com for details. 8th inning from the Coliseum. It's 5-2 Angels over the A's. Michael Wirtz comes in.
See that guy below us selling dibs?
I heard him.
We already had ours today.
Of course. So Michael Wirtz, final appearance this year, obviously, and it'll be appearance number 74.
He has been great, and we just think back, I think next year, Joey Devine can come back healthy. What a big boost it's going to be already for a great bullpen.
Yeah, Wirtz, a couple years away from being a free agent, so he's not going anywhere. Two and two.
And ironically, it's the man who showed everybody in baseball back in April, after he faced Michael Wirtz, back in the dugout from the Angels, showing this slider, this pitch that he struck out on, how it went straight down. He's got a chance to see him again the last day of the season, and he does.
And he strikes him out. So Howie Kendrick can say, I saw that pitch 6 months ago.
And this is it. Looks so much like a strike and no chance for a hitter. So
Now batting number 3.
for Michael Wirtz, really the last 6 outs he's recorded against the Angels and strikeouts. But Howie Kendrick has had a great second half since returning from AAA. Did very well, and they're looking forward to his hot bat going in the postseason.
Brandon Wood is the hitter. Okay, so Ray, Joe Mauer is going to win the batting title.
Yep.
The home run title, Teixeira and Pena, 39 each.
Really?
Yeah. So Mark Teixeira did not
Wow.
get to 40. Of course, Pena missed quite a bit of time.
He missed at least the last month.
Mark Teixeira will win the RBI title in the American League. CC Sabathia, the most wins. Zach Greinke, the best ERA, and Verlander, the most strikeouts. So Joe Mauer will win his 3rd batting title.
The last 4 years.
Yeah.
And he's a catcher.
In the National League, Hanley Ramirez is going to win the batting title of the Marlins. Pujols will win the home run title. He's got 47. Ryan Howard finished with 45. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Brandon Wood strikes out. So 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
Just that devastating slider again. But Michael did not pitch against the Angels in the first and second game of this series. He last faced him a week ago Friday. So that is last 7 out strikeouts. Finish it off. Just get another K.
Jumps ahead of Napoli. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Napoli, a home run. He was hit by a pitch and a single. He has scored 3 runs this afternoon.
Well, he swung at a fastball out of the strike zone, maybe thinking, I don't want to get the slider, but see if he gets it now, or at least a couple of them out of the strike zone, and try to get the strike 3.
It's been Kilby, Blevins, Gray, Breslow, Ziegler, and now Wirtz in the ball game. Slider down low, 2-2. I think Napoli, so the Angels have seen enough of Wirtz. I got a pretty idea what he's going to throw, but that doesn't matter with his great slide.
Well, he's tried to tempt him to swing at a couple of pitches out of the strike zone. Now he can get a little closer to the strike zone.
Popped it up. Shallow right. It's going to be Matt Carson who has it. So Michael Wirtz, a 3 up, 3 down, 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 5-2 Angels.
$50 per seat deposit to receive an authentic Ricky Henderson jersey. You can choose from a variety of ticket plans, and flexible payment options are available. Offer valid for new accounts only. Minimum 2 deposits per account. For more information, call 510-638-GO-ACE or go to oaklandathletics.com. As mentioned earlier about the season ticket gathering last night, the season ticket holders at the East Side Club, over 2,000. It's a great turnout. Robert Wan and his A's Extra Innings radio program out. The East Side Club went through the top 10 plays of the season, voted on by the fans, and had Andrew Bailey there. So it was a nice turnout, and we hope all of those season ticket holders, many of whom I'm sure are here for the final game of the season, will renew and come back again next year, along with several thousand others.
April 5th, the A's will open the season, and they will do it at home against the Seattle Mariners. The season will start with a 4-game series against the Mariners: Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then Thursday day. And then the A's will head out for a 6-game road trip and then a long homestand. So a lot of home games early next year. Mark Ellis, a little bit surprised by that call, but he strikes out.
Mark Ellis on the turn back the clock against the White Sox and Bobby Jenks. That was one of the top 10. Just over the Ricky Henderson jersey, the walk-off home run. And that was a 2-quick outs for Bobby Jenks and the White Sox in a 2-2 game. And very quickly, Mark Ellis ended it with a walk-off. Mark Ellis, one guy that likes those 29 athletic jerseys.
He looks like it, huh?
Didn't like the call that he just rang up on by Mr. Campos.
Can't blame him.
Nope.
1-1 to Kurt Suzuki. Kurt is 0 for 3. He's got a couple of groundouts and a strikeout so far in the ballgame. Suzuki family watching closely, as they always do.
And all wearing the Suzuki t-shirt with the puka shells, and like they had a little Hawaiian lei they brought in from Hawaii. There they are, the family. Family Suzuki. Now, if you could hit a 2-run home run with nobody on base to get to 90 ribbies, that's quite an accomplishment.
He's the American League MVP if he can do that. Right now, the A's just need some base runners. They have 9 hits in the game, but they've into 4 double plays, and that has been a big part of this game, trailing 5-2. Fastball there for a strike, 3-2. On deck is Nomar Garcia-Parra. On a walk-off win, here it is.
More gags. And just see what Adam Kennedy said. That was a great slide as he went into the catcher's shin guards with his feet to upend him, and that was a great play. Mike Gallego, first year coaching third base, and the infield coach did an outstanding job again. Todd Stivertson at first base.
Shallow left field. Willits in, Wood out, and it drops in between them. A 1-out hit for Kurt. Let's listen to the introduction for Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Designated hitter, number 5, Nomar Garcia-Parra.
So here's Nomar. If this is the last game of his career, and we don't know that it is, it's been a good one. A couple of singles, a walk. He scored a run. Got a pitch to hit, and he fouled it back.
He got the pitch to hit on his first at bat, a 3-0 fastball that whether or not he looked for a sign to take, he wasn't even going to think about except swinging the bat. A think he's had a few opportunities in his career to swing 3-0, and he's very selective. He knows what to do in the count. There's Mia Hamm, his wife, and she's in town to watch him play today. Wonder if the Twins are still down south.
Pretty good credentials on her baseball card and his baseball card. In her case, it would be her soccer card. Two and two to Nomar. Adam Kennedy will be next. Got him with a high fastball, so Garcia Parra strikes out. 8 strikeouts now for Angels pitchers. 2 outs. And Nomar will get a nice hand. In fact, he's going to get a standing ovation. So, a classy move by the A's fans.
Now batting, third baseman, number 29, Adam Kennedy.
So that'll bring up Adam Kennedy.
You know what Ellie just said to him?
What?
You better swing at it. Might have been called strike 3
Yep.
anyway.
Second at bat for Kennedy. He came in for Bobby Crosby in the 6th and hit into a 3-6-3 double play. So a couple of close pitches. Really been called strikes most of the day, but not in this at bat. 3-0 pitch is right there for a strike. Andrew Bailey, almost ready to go down in the A's bullpen. And that one's hit high, right center field. Terry Evans, the right fielder, has it. Side retired. A hit for the A's, nothing else, and we're headed to the 9th inning, 5-2 Angels. we have nicknamed Daily Bailey because the way he throws, you almost think he could save a game every day. Last 4 closers to win the Rookie of the Year honors. We hope it's Andrew Bailey. Houston Street did it in 2005.
Yeah, Sasaki, of course, 37 saves with the Mariners in 2000. But he came from Japan where he was playing over there quite a while.
Nice play by Rajay Davis. So Rajay Davis reaches down right around the shoe tops and makes the catch.
Got a good jump on the line drive, and nice play because you could see where the ball hit, and the heel of the glove rolled right up in the webbing.
Six and 3 with a 1.86 ERA. Trying to lower that just a little bit. He faces Freddie Sandoval. Jeff Mathis in the on deck circle. So we gave you some of the league leaders. But team with the worst record, Ray, will be the Washington Nationals. They won today. But they will finish 59 and 103. They are the only team to lose 100 games in baseball this year. Best record will go to the Yankees. Yankees won today, so they are 103 and 59. So they are the exact opposite of the National. They are the only team to win 100 games this year. So the Nationals lost 102 last year, 103 this year.
And the Orioles finished with 98. They won 4 in a row to avoid losing 100.
Yeah, they were running quickly toward 100 there for a while, but line drive right into the glove of Adam Kennedy. And Ray, a couple of general managers let go yesterday. Kevin Towers after 14 years with the Padres, and J.P. Ricciardi after 8 years with the Jays.
Some changes in both organizations. And as a result, 2 general managers out of a job.
Yep. Jeff Mathis, his second at bat, he grounded out in the 6th inning. There's the good fastball from Bailey. And of course, the postseason will be Colorado against Philadelphia, and the Dodgers against St. Louis in the National League. Red Sox and Angels in the American League, and then the Yankees will take on either Detroit or Minnesota. That is the postseason matchups. 2-2 the count. What a great shot, huh? That says it all right there. It does not matter that the Red Sox play the Angels in the first round.
Good way to finish for Andrew Bailey.
Strikes out Jeff Mathis. So bottom of the 9th coming up. Maybe the A's will end the season with a walk-off win. 5-2 Angels lead. This was probably the best finish of the year. Remember the comeback game? Well, this is how it ended.
Ball gets by. Kurt Suzuki is slide in the dirt. Michael Kadar trying to score, and he is called out. But I think he might have made it in safely, but there is no way with that great comeback, the A's winning 14-13, that he was going to be denied the final out in a tie game. So Michael Wirtz got right in there. And, you know, fortunately, the Twins won today to take it to Tuesday.
I know where you're going.
Because that could have been a huge game. Although Ron Gardenhire could look back probably a lot more. Well, they should have never gotten to the point that they were up 10 runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a big lead that the A's had their best comeback ever. But Kurt Suzuki got to the ball, perfect strike to Michael Wirtz, and called him out. And replay showed every time that it was out.
Yeah, no question.
Because the umpire kept putting his fist up, calling him out.
So do you think any of the Twins players or coaches have said in the last week, remember that game in Oakland? Man. They may not say it, but I bet a couple of them thought about it.
Well,
it was 11-1.
Yeah.
10-0.
It was a 10-run deficit to the A's, the biggest comeback ever.
New pitcher is Kevin Jepson. Jepson is the setup man going into the postseason. He's had a pretty good second half, but he has not pitched well against the A's recently. We've seen him 2 or 3 times.
The game a week ago last night in Anaheim, that it was part of the great comeback. The A's were down 9-2 in that game. Came back and won 15-10.
So Derek Barton leads off the bottom of the 9th with a base hit. So a good start for the A's here in the bottom of the 9th. They need some more hits. Here's Jack Cust.
Number 32, Jack Cust.
So Cust will hit for Carson. After Cust, Eric Patterson in the on-deck circle. That is 11 hits for the Athletics. So Jack Cust on the year. 25 home runs and 70 runs batted in. I mean, not that far off from what he did last year when he had 33 homers and 77 RBIs. So a few more home runs. Napoli on the block. So 1-1. Fastball off the plate, 2-1. Make sure you keep it right here on Comcast Sportsnet California for A's post-game live. Jamie Sire and Shooty Babbitt. Cust hits one hard toward first. Quinlan spins to second, back to first, and Jepson can't make the catch. It goes into the dugout. So Cust will go to second. Derek Barton out at second. So fielder's choice, and then it'll be an E6 on the throw.
Well, a good throw to second base, bad throw from Brandon Wood to first base. Young man has been in the Angels organization, had a lot of home runs at the minor league level. Just not been able to crack the everyday lineup of the Angels.
Cust at second, and here's Patterson. He takes a fastball for a strike.
Cap, we're going to do our post-game show, but I think it's cannot let this game end without our thanks to our tremendous crew down in the truck, Delaire, Tommy, Josh, Bertie.
Working hard all year long.
All done a great job. Made our job very easy, so thanks, guys, for the tremendous job. And all the camera people, stats people, they make the production, the A's baseball excellent. Yep. So thanks to everybody for a job well done. And Tommy, we wish the best for you in your upcoming offseason as well, my friend.
Brandon Wood throws in time to get Patterson. 145 televised games plus 2 spring training games, so 147 in the first year. New television home on Comcast Sports Net.
But it's run as smoothly as I've ever seen it run, and this is my year, whatever it is. But it's been a very smooth transition, a great organization, Comcast Sports Net California. Of course, David Compet, Ted Griggs in San Francisco, and just everybody a great job. And we look forward to next year.
Yep.
As always, a good bunch of guys, too. The A's, they draft well, they trade well, quality people, quality players, and to be around a group of players and manager and coaching staff. 162 games, spring training, starting in February and throughout the season. It's always very enjoyable. A lot of years in baseball, and I can honestly say, in my years with the A's, I don't think there's ever been a year in 24 years that not had a good group of guys. They've not always won, but they're good people.
And that's a base hit to right field, so Pennington keeps the game going as Cuss comes in to score. It's 5-3.
Well, once again, they bring the tying run to the plate and just trying to keep it going.
So Pennington picks up his 21st RBI. So it's Rajay Davis.
Well, you know, Rajay could, if he can get a hit, put Pennington third, Rajay could steal a bag to get in scoring position, and Mark Ellis could bring them both home and at least have a tie game, and maybe another bat from Zook and Nomar.
Why not?
Maybe that'd be a way for Zook to get his 2 more ribbies.
Strike called to Rajay Davis. Ray, I want to thank you for another great year, our 6th year working together. I learned something from you every game, and we laugh and we have a good time.
Thank you as well. It's been fun, and again, nice to have one partner.
Well, I agree with you.
I mean, it makes it a lot easier. So
been through a few.
It's been great. It's been great.
Well, we try to have fun. When baseball season's long and lots of games, and you want your team to win. Sometimes you're disappointed when they lose, but you have to have a few laughs and have some fun once in a while. We hope our viewers agree with us on that. 1-2 to Rajay Davis. Certainly want to thank the A's, Lou Wolf, Billy Bean, Mike Crowley, Ken Priest. Pennington takes off, swing and a miss, and that's the ball game, and that is the 2009 season. So the Angels finish strong, and they are headed to the postseason. They win it today by a final score of 5-3. So they will get themselves ready for the postseason and take on the Boston Red Sox. The A's, well, they will get ready for the 2010 season. Some very promising young players. Unfortunately, this season, well, it kind of ended on a sour note. The team ends up losing 7 in a row.